joining me again and on board with CLIKASiA, where we feature successful Asian American professionals. And today on board with us is the CEO of Direct Floor, Milan. Milan, hi, how are you?
Great, how are you doing?
I am good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
We have been looking forward to have this conversation with you. Your company is so impressive. I know you started with flooring, but then you expanded to carpet, this window, just a whole bunch of things that's happening. So why don't you tell us a little about yourself and the company?
Yeah, so I grew up here in the western suburbs. My parents were immigrants that came here to Chicago with hopes and dreams. I think with every immigrant family, they didn't have much resources. They had to be very smart and educated and learn new professions and the new culture here. So I think, the way Direct Floor started it was actually my mom who started the business, and she worked for a company called New York Carpet World and learned about carpet, and then it transpired into tiles and hardwood flooring, and she decided to open up her own store, and my dad joined her after, and it just 37 years later, here we are. So we love what we do, and the cool thing about it is it's a family-run business. We've been doing it for 37 years, and they're known in the community here, especially among the South Asian Americans. So
37 years, that's very impressive. So when did you join the company?
I joined about 14 years ago. I have a degree in accounting and business, and decided that, I don't want to sit at a desk anymore. I want to just be more creative. And I think joining the family business has really given me that opportunity to be just so creative. And, again, every project, every client that we work with is so different, every challenge and budget. And so, it's really rewarding at the end of the day when you could walk into somebody's house and say, you know what? I'm so in love with this. Everything you suggested, whether it's the color, the texture, or the tile, or the backsplash, or the countertop, people really, really gravitate towards that personalization. There's no two people alike, right? They say that. So same thing with what our clients pick out here.
Wow, that's actually really impressive. So do your clients, are they mostly wholesale clients or are they retail clients?
So we actually have a mix of clients that we work with. We work with a lot of end users who are homeowners. We work with a lot of trade professionals, so builders, architects, interior designers, management companies, and then we also do commercial, so doctor's offices, surgery centers, daycares, schools, financial institutions. So really our projects are very broad in the sense that it could be a residential application as well as a commercial application. But that's what keeps it exciting, whether it's a gym or a Bikram yoga studio, or a client who says, I want my name in the floor, or a picture or a symbol. So we do it all.
Wow, that's really awesome. Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about the product range you have? Because I know you have a massive showroom.
Yeah, so our showroom right now is about 18,000 square feet. We have 95,000 products in the showroom. And really what had started off as a traditional flooring store has really become almost like a design center for us. So we do a lot of carpet and wood and tile, as well as countertops, cabinetry, Hunter Douglas blinds, draperies and window treatments, and wallpaper. And we're kind of dabbling into the future, which is going to be lighting, furniture, accessories, mirrors. So, our plan is to grow. And I think more than ever, people want a one-stop shop. They don't want to go to 100 different stores. We're seeing the trends.
Yeah. So that's Home Depots and Lowe's, they have exploded during COVID.
Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, COVID has increased our business, tremendously. And that is because people are stuck at home. They're stuck at home. Their homes have become more important to them than ever before. Space is such a premium. We're seeing that their home has become a daycare, as well as an office, as well as a yoga studio. So a gym. You know, we're seeing a lot of these. Your home has become a function of your daily lives now, and I think more than ever, people are really investing in them.
I know, but how would that work during COVID? Like if they want to have different flooring, do they do that themselves, more of a DIY, or they actually have people coming in? Because I know there's a lot of restrictions during that period of time.
Yeah, so we were very lucky in the sense that commercial in the state of Illinois was essential. So we never really shut down during COVID. We did have our showrooms shut down. So, you know, we were by appointment only and really limiting the number of people into our showrooms. A lot of it was done virtually, you know, FaceTime, Zoom, Instagram, you know, it's really helped explode what people want. People are now doing more research than ever. You know, we're seeing that they're walking into our showrooms kind of knowing what they want. Before it was like, I don't know. Can you show me 10 options? Can you show me 5 options? So we're seeing now people are saying, you know what? I do want that light color floor with the white walls and the white kitchen and, you know, maybe a blue island, you know. And so I think the thing is people have time and they're using it to research and they're using it to make their homes more beautiful. You know, it's a function.
That would be me. I'll walk in, I'll be like, you have way too many merchandise. I need you to know what to do. I'll be so lost, even when I do my own research. So that must be like really fun transition for the entire company.
Yeah. And I think, you know, again, it's a daunting task for anybody, you know. I mean, you could walk in, I could walk in and be like, oh my God, there's a million gajillion options here. But the cool thing is, you know, we like to narrow it down. We like to talk about your lifestyle. Do you have kids? Do you have pets? You know, what's going to be functional for your space? You know, we always talk about form and function, right? And then we talk about aesthetics, the pretty, the good, the how does it look? And so really our job here is to identify, sort out what's most important to you. And also, is there a budget involved? You know, again, we deal with clients, you know, who are very budget friendly, all the way to custom. Give me a pink color, I'll dye you that carpet, you know. So it's an interesting business. I will tell you, every day is different. I love it. I think like I'm crazy because it is just so fun. It gives me so much life. Like I always tell people, I have the best job in the world. I get to go to people's homes, you know, see their most sacred spaces, a reflection of who they are, you know. And they always say color's personal, right? Color's such a personal thing, you know, whether you like that gray wall or that red wall or pink wall or, you know, color is such a, it provokes emotion, right, out of people. So I think it's fun to see that. Yeah.
That's actually, I think that's such a fun thing to do. Like you get to meet your clients, talk to them, personalize things for them. So the result must be very, very rewarding too.
Absolutely. I think that's the cool thing is that when you could create and really curate luxury at its finest, whether it's through a beautiful textured carpet or whether it's, you know, a really fun pop of backsplash that has an accent color that we're trying to pull out of their home or personality. You know, I think that is kind of the fun thing, is that every client's different, every budget's different, every project's different, and we really get to meet tons of people from all walks of life. And I think primarily, you know, what makes us different is that we actually care about your project. You know, you're not walking into a big retail and they're just like, okay, next. You know, I mean, everybody from my front desk all the way to delivery and installation, you know, they share the same vision that we share, you know, and I think that's important.
And I think that's what differentiates you guys too from your competitors. Like you
absolutely
care for your customers. So I'm gonna be this one annoying customer. I'm gonna walk into a showroom. I'm gonna ask you, tell me the latest trend for flooring.
Yeah, so it's interesting. You know, again, you know, gray was at a 10-year high. We've seen gray in a lot of
Really? Wow.
We've seen gray at a lot of the furnishings, but now we're seeing a lot more warmer colors coming out. You know, Um, in when like the housing market crashed in 2008, they were using a lot of gray paint to sell these homes that were either foreclosure or bank owned. So you kept seeing a lot of gray on walls because it just made everything look just like standard. Okay. And so now what we're seeing,
Pressing, but okay.
yeah. I mean, some people love gray, some people hate it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a flip of a coin.
There's a person, you're right.
But now what we're seeing is people want color. I mean, color's coming back in a way that we haven't seen it. So, a lot of our sample boards, when I look at color, they're very earthy. They're very earthy. They're not as vibrant and bright as they used to be. And so I'm seeing a little bit more of that vibrancy coming back. I'm seeing a lot of lighter woods. I'm seeing a lot of that organic, clean, simple lines. We're seeing a lot of transitional where it's timeless, where it doesn't date itself, stylistically. And so I think, in trends in our industry, it's like fashion. It kind of comes and goes. And every year we go to a show in Vegas to see what's hot and great. And we're always constantly educating ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're learning about, especially in the Midwest here, we see a lot of the trends start in the East Coast and West Coast and slowly come to the Midwest here. So a lot of these trends really start in Paris, in Europe. A lot of the clothing, the colors, the designers, what they're doing, whether it's art, whether it's fabric, whether it's furniture or lighting or flooring, it all starts in Europe, and it kind of travels the world. So
okay, that's actually fabulous, because I used to go to Paris for fashion too, like with the so that's like where you actually come together. You see fabric, you see different.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of and the funny thing too is a lot of the manufacturers will study what's on the runways, because those end up becoming colors of different carpets. And it's what's kind of cool about us is we're not a traditional flooring store, in the sense that we're not a dinosaur. 10 years ago, you would walk into these flooring stores and they have low ceilings and they're dusty and dingy, and you can't even see the true colors of samples. You come into our showroom, it's bright, we have huge ceiling heights, we have tons of windows. I think, natural lighting versus artificial lighting is so important, right? Okay. And a lot of the times we have these manufacturers come in with prototypes and they say to us, all right, in your market, what do you see? What are your top 5 choices in terms of style, color, and
out of 39,000 products you have?
Yeah, so a lot of them will come in and we become a test market for them to see what sells and what doesn't sell here in the Midwest, which is kind of different from most stores,
Mm-hmm. So would you say you serve your customers, like the customers you serve, are they mainly based in Illinois, or are they?
Yeah, so primarily most of our customers are based in Illinois and the surrounding states. So we do a lot of lake homes in Wisconsin and Michigan, and we do a lot of right now I'm actually doing a dental clinic right now in Indiana. So we do a lot around in the surrounding states here as well. I've traveled to Florida. We've shipped stuff all over. A lot of the clients do have second homes or vacation homes, Airbnbs, etc. So we're seeing a lot of people now. They like what they want, and they say, "Can you ship it to me?" Absolutely. So we do that quite a bit.
Okay. So we're gonna go back to another question that's COVID related. So like during COVID, well, now we're sort of in this transition, like in between the COVID and then post-COVID. Not so much COVID, but we're going through another trend. But like there are a lot of industries that are lacking manpower, and your company is obviously doing impressively well. Like do you have to deal with this manpower shortage? Does it affect your industry at all?
Yeah, so to answer your question, absolutely. I think, every industry, whether you're in the restaurant business or whether are selling cars, and there's not a lot of cars on the lot,
Oh
we're
yeah.
dealing with this, in a way that you're right. Factories are not producing as much as they used to because they don't have the workers necessarily to produce. Demand right now is at 125,000 square feet a day, and they're only producing 25,000 square feet a day. We're seeing a lot of backlogs. We're seeing a lot of delays in ordering and shipments. And it's unfortunate, but the demand is high right now, supply is low, and you're seeing definitely a demand in manpower. But I will say that for us to stay ahead of the curve, we do certain things here, like we'll go on a buying trip and we'll buy 30 rolls of carpet just to have in our warehouse, so we have it ready. So if you want to put your house in the market, we have something for you, that's really great quality, that's a great price point, great for resale. It's a neutral color, but it sells.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to stay ahead of the curve. We always say, if we can kind of predict what people are going to buy, let's stock it, let's get inventory of it, or let's find a way where we can be able to replenish, as quickly as possible. Yes. In terms of installation and labor, yes, we are seeing a huge shortage of that. And to combat that, we are, paying our installers a little bit more money. We do incentivize them. We give them rewards. And so, I have right now about 45 installers.
Mm-hmm.
And I have several different teams here. And, again, demand, I would love to have 95, right? Like, that's demand right now. But there's just not a lot of people going into the trade. So, yeah, we are seeing that, COVID has affected us in a way in terms of labor. Yes, absolutely.
And you did mention about you used to go to the show in Vegas. Do you guys still go to Vegas for the show?
Yes. So I'll be going.
Wow.
I'll be going in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we really take 5 days there. We make appointments and we literally look at all the newest and hottest and greatest in terms of color, trend, style.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start rolling those out in the upcoming year. So, there is a little bit of delay because we always get excited. Like, what do you mean we can't have it? Like, what? But no. So it's exciting to see what's what everybody's doing.
Oh, I can see you're obviously very passionate. Like, your customers are very lucky ones, I have to say. And I want to ask you things about eco-friendly merchandise that I see.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, so more than ever, we have a lot of clients that come in asking about, specific carpets in general in terms of, non-toxic, low VOC, hypoallergenic. We're seeing a lot of clients, walking in the showroom saying that, we have a pet, and so now they're making carpets with, pet friendly, where your dog or cat could pee on the carpet and it'll come out. It's guaranteed to come out, right? With food and beverage as well. So, a lot of the products that we offer are eco-friendly, are pet friendly, are really great for kids. We deal with a lot of vinyl planking, which is waterproof, scratch resistant, doesn't dent. It's great for high traffic, very active lifestyle. And we have a lot of wool carpets that, a sheep, think of a sheep, in the rain, so we sell a lot of wool carpets, and wool is naturally stain resistant and soil resistant. It's hypoallergenic. Mm-hmm. It doesn't hold dust in, which is like kind of cool. The dust sits right on top of it. So a lot of the manufacturers say high suction vacuum only. You're not supposed to use like a traditional vacuum with those beater bars that that rip up your carpet.
It's so cool. That's actually really very revolutionary because I'm allergic to carpet, so that'll be perfect.
Yes. So wool is a natural material. Comes from the sheep. You see a lot of jute backing, so you see a lot of they're not using a lot of chemicals in the glue. So yes, even commercially, we do a lot of LEED certified projects where we have specific ingredients that are in some of these products. So a lot of them are recycled materials. Pop bottles. You see a lot of recycled content in commercial as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So lastly, are there any tips for your future clients to be when they are searching for something for their homes?
Absolutely. I think, the online presence of reviews, that's important. Look at reviews, do some research on the company, make sure that they're insured and bonded. You want to work with a reputable company who stands behind their products, who has great relationship with their vendors. If something goes wrong, or, it's interesting. For example, I had a client who spilled something on their carpet,
Mm-hmm.
and we are their best advocates, and we actually had all their carpet replaced because the stain would not come out. It is, it's under warranty with Stain Master. So, you want to work with somebody who's your best advocate, who's not necessarily selling you, polyester, and they're trying to knock it off as nylon,
Oh, of
and,
course.
and educating you on what you're getting, why you're doing it. And I think more importantly, being honest and open, and you have to have a good feeling about who you're buying from. It comes down to that, and just being honest and open, talk about your future plans with them. Are you going to stay in this house long term or short term? I see you're opening this new dental clinic. How long do you think you're going to be here? Are you going to expand? Do you want the same signature look in all your locations?
Mm-hmm.
It's really being honest and open with your plans and your future.
Yeah.
And then we help you find the right material choices, the right colors. We like to order bigger samples and see things.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to buy off a little sample this big. We like to see them big. Okay, so
Definitely would do that.
that's what we do, is we help you to make decisions. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Would you prefer them coming to the office? Sorry, one last question. To know what they want already, or you prefer them to come in like a blank canvas?
So honestly, we have both. Okay. So we have clients who come in who go onto Pinterest and House, and they do their due diligence and research online. They look at magazines and pictures, etc. And they say, you know what, I really love this. And we say, okay, well, let's see your space. And it's like, wait, it's this big. And you're like, okay, but this space looks this big and your space is this big. So like, this may not look good, right? So we want to scale it and size it appropriate to their needs and wants and desires. We see both, and I think there's nothing wrong with either or. Obviously coming in with no knowledge, it opens your world to many different options. But we see both, and I think we love to work with both, because we have clients who come in and say, you know what, I really love this tile, or I really love this style of carpet, or this rug or area rug. Can you make it? And so both. I mean, really, one is not better than the other.
I like that answer actually, because I might be the one who's very unknowing and wanted both too.
Yeah.
All right. So lastly, anything you want to tell our audience about your company, or any information you want to give out?
Yeah, so we're located in Woodridge. We have a huge showroom here. You're more than welcome to come in. We have a website. It's directfloors.net. And, again, if there's anything that you have questions on or need help with, please feel free to reach out. Me or my team will get back to you as soon as possible. And, thank you so much to you and Amir for arranging this. And I'm super excited that we are spotlighting a lot of the, Asian American business owners. I think that's important, in our stories.
Thank you so much for spending your time with me and with our audience to talk about your company. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions or comments, please email us, text us, call us, or leave a comments below. Thank you, and I look forward to next episode.